It's happened again. A United States Navy warship has been attacked off the coast of China, and they are trying to cover up the story. They're trying to report it as some type of a collision underwater, as if a Seawolf class attack submarine doesn't know where it's going. Just kind of like the USS Fitzgerald, $2 billion warship, sophisticated electronics, can't get out of the way of a giant lumbering cargo ship. Now, for those of you who are unaware, years ago, I did 140 videos talking about this issue, how the Navy was lying, and how they were trying to cover up a story that they didn't want getting out. The Chinese are using some very sophisticated technology and asymmetric warfare techniques to take out these ships. First, it was the Fitzgerald in June of 17, and then later that year, I believe in August, it was the McCain. There's absolutely no way a ship this nimble, this fast, couldn't get out of the way. Now, they tried to cook up a story about, oh, it was the Obama Navy, and they didn't know what they were doing, and the cargo crew was asleep and on autopilot. Well, over the next 6 months, they had to continually retract stories and backtrack and re-explain and release statements and reports that just made no sense. And people started to pay attention. It was a totally bunk story, and we completely debunked it. Now, what makes this story so incredible is that there are parallels. This particular submarine has the ability to track underwater cables. Those of you who were with me during the investigation back then will remember when we discovered that the track of the Fitzgerald, the destroyer back in 17, took it directly over, almost its entire path, an undersea cable, a very important one. And where it was turning, where it was hit, was exactly where a cable turned underwater. It was as if this ship was trying to sail directly over one of these undersea cables. This class of vessel has the ability to attenuate those cables and tap them. It's the same class of vessel as the USS Jimmy Carter. Now, are you ready for the crazy part? This is the statement regarding the USS Connecticut, the submarine that was allegedly reported to have collided with something underwater unknown. It struck whatever it struck so hard that sailors were injured. Thankfully, in this case, no loss of life. But there's something absolutely insane about this. USS Connecticut, SSN 22, struck an object while submerged on 2 October while operating in international waters in the Indo-Pacific region. You see, they changed this. They did say originally in the South China Sea. There are no life-threatening injuries. The Seawolf class fast attack submarine, USS Connecticut, SSN 22, struck an object while submerged on the afternoon of 2 October while operating in international waters in the Indo-Pacific region. The safety of the crew remains the Navy's top priority. There are no life-threatening injuries. The submarine remains in safe and stable condition. USS Connecticut's nuclear propulsion plant and spaces were not affected and remain fully operational. The extent of damage to the remainder of the submarine is being assessed. The U.S. Navy has not requested assistance. The incident will be investigated. Now, one of the things about the Fitzgerald that I found so strange was that the Navy didn't do this back then. That's how in the military things are done. When an incident happens, you go over to the file cabinet, you pull out the file that says incident report, and you fill it out, you release it to the press, and then you shut up. Now, that's not what the Navy did then. This is Admiral O'Coin. You ready for this? You ready to be shocked? Guess who the captain of the submarine was? You ready for this? See this guy over here? Clinton? This is the captain of the submarine that was just hit. He was standing behind Admiral O'Coin at the press conference that he gave the day after the Fitzgerald was hit. This is an astronomical coincidence. And we have this here from USNI. This is like a bad dream going back this far. I thought I would never have to talk about this again. Updated: attack submarine USS Connecticut suffers underwater collision in South China Sea. South China Sea. Dozen sailors injured. Underwater collision. The Seawolf class fast attack submarine USS Connecticut struck an object while submerged on the afternoon of October 2. While operating in international waters, the safety of the crew remains a Navy's top priority. There are no life-threatening injuries. Captain Bill Clinton told USNI News. Unbelievable. What are the odds? What are the odds that a guy standing in camera range of Admiral O'Coin would also be involved in yet another collision with a 7th Fleet warship? The submarine has the ability to track undersea cables and attenuate them and tap them. We covered this. This is a video from my channel that you can find. 29 June 2017. How do we miss this? This is Yokosuka. This is the home of the 7th Fleet. The destroyer left late night, early morning, heading down here. There used to be a site that you could go to and you could track these submarine cables. They got rid of it once this came out. The Navy got with marinetraffic.com, I believe it was, where you could go there and you could sign up for an account and you could track ships all over, and it would have different layers of maps and it would show these cables. And in some of my videos I picked this up. This is one of them, that the track of the Fitzgerald went right over one of these submarine cables, and where the collision occurred was right at a bend. And when you looked at the report, the command for turning to go through the channel was exactly the track of the cable. It was right here. This is a screenshot, or it's actually the video itself. This is 12/28 of that year. Proof the Navy knew. USS Fitzgerald cable mission revealed. Now, this was a very long time ago. This is when my channel only had about 10,000 subscribers. Doing videos wasn't something that I was real comfortable with at the time, so I wish I would have done more detailed analysis of this. A lot of my commenters told me I was crazy, and back then I listened to commenters. I don't now. I wish I hadn't then, because I would have looked into this more. There's a whole playlist that you can find, 141 videos, only 4,400 views. But now it seems we are back where we started. I caught a lot of grief for this investigation. A lot of people said, you're a U.S. Army. What do you know about U.S. Navy things? Well, Army intelligence, Navy intelligence, Marine Corps intelligence, intelligence services pretty much all operate the same, different color uniforms. It's just the way it's done. And the one thing that you don't do when an incident happens is call a press gaggle and start running your yap. Especially 48 to 72 hours before there could be any real investigation done. That this was done shows they were attempting to do something way outside protocol. This is what you normally do. You make a brief statement of the facts that you want out, and then you zip it. That's how it's done. It's how it's always been done, no matter whether it was a training accident or a crash or a collision or anything like this. That's how I knew then something was up. And that this guy You're never going to convince me that this is some kind of a coincidence. That this guy right here is the one they're talking to. This picture that you're looking at is from over 4 years ago. This was mid-June 2017, and the guy you're seeing in the picture right here is now involved in a collision with a Navy submarine, yet another one. Now, I'm sure, very sure, they're going to do a lot better job of zipping it. They're not going to allow information to come out about this. I'm sure I'm not going to be able to do 141 videos about this, because people just aren't paying attention to it. I'm sure this is coming as a shock to a lot of you. And I'll give you the wiki on the Seawolf class submarine, on fiber tapping, the USS Connecticut. It's just unbelievable that you could have this happen. The collision with the Fitzgerald, and I'm doing this right now from memory, was, I don't even know if I should try to do this. There's Tokyo. I used to know this by heart. Was off the coast here, and the ship wasn't going, the cargo vessel wasn't going very far. He was off the coast here, and there's Yokohama. Wait, here it is. Here it is. They left Yokosuka, and they had to go through. Here's Oshima Island. Here's Toshima. It was right about here. And this cable, here's Yokosuka. Here's the home of the 7th Fleet right here. Tokyo Bay. And the destroyer left, came through here, and right here, where it turns to the southwest, was where the collision occurred, generally speaking. And there's an undersea cable that literally tracks exactly. I mean, almost within a matter of yards. And so I'm wondering now, and here's just speculation, the Fitzgerald, I wonder if it was running cover for a submarine directly beneath it, tracking that cable. And that's why it got hit. That's why it couldn't get out of the way. There was some type of a navigational connection between the sub and the destroyer above to communicate in real time what was going on with that cable. So, anyway, just some speculation. I'll look more into this, but no way. Not buying the story. Didn't buy it then. Not buying it now. There's no way a Seawolf class attack submarine was just sailing through the sea and something was in front of it and, oh no, I didn't see it, and wham, we just sailed right into it. I guess we must have been asleep too. Or maybe it's the Obama. Oh no, wait, the last president wasn't Obama. Who was the last president? I'm trying to remember. Which Navy would it be? Oh yeah. You're not going to hear that though. Especially not on this platform. But I'll leave it there. God bless, like, share, subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.